Why are there not more people talking about America's food monopoly crisis? Ever think about that? Hey, faithful watcher, welcome back to the channel. We're thrilled to have you here. Let me start off by reminding you all that I am not a paid professional. I'm simply a truth seeker like you, in search of that pearl of great price, a righteous perspective, more specifically, a Christ-like mindset in everyday choices, mind, body, and soul. So may Christ, our great physician, and Yah's unmerited favor be poured out on his chosen ones in an overwhelming amount in this last hour of great rebellion. Lord, come quickly. Hey, seeker, have you ever given thought to the extent of America's food monopoly crisis? Well, if not, let me be the one to plant that seed. And if you have, let me water it with this video today. America, America, land of obesity, fees, and suspiciously similar grocery stores and brands. We stroll through aisles bombarded with brands and choices, rows upon rows of colorful packages, each vying for our attention. It feels like a free market fiesta, a celebration of consumer choice. But behind the colorful packaging and catchy slogans lurks a disturbing truth, a truth that many of us overlook. The American food system, the one feeding millions daily, is in the grip of a few powerful corporations. These evil entities, empires, didn't mean to say the quiet part out loud. Anyhow, these dark entities control much of what we consume. These food giants, through corruption, mergers, shady acquisitions, and sheer market dominance, have created a system where choice is the ultimate illusion. Sadly, the variety we see is just a facade. This isn't about having 20 brands of cereal. It's about who controls the ingredients, the farms, and ultimately, the food on our tables. The power lies with a select few. That's a lot of power in the hands of a few shadow figures. Have you ever actually thought about how many companies make your favorite foods? The answer might surprise you. It's probably fewer than you think. A handful of devils. Corporations dominate the food market. This concentration of power has dire consequences, impacting everything from the food we eat to the livelihoods of farmers. The ripple effects are vast and concerning. Settle in, watcher, because today we're diving deep into the belly of the beast system. Let's expose America's food monopoly crisis. It's a journey that will reveal the hidden forces shaping our diets and our lives. And remember, as we uncover these truths, take better care of your mind, body, and soul. Your well-being is paramount in navigating this complex food landscape. Let's meet some of the key villains, shall we? These are the giant gatekeepers who have a stranglehold on our food supply. First up, we have companies like Ahold Delhaize, USA, Monsanto Bayer, now Bayer, and DuPont, controlling a massive chunk of the seed market. They hold patents on genetically modified seeds, making it difficult for farmers to use traditional methods. They decide what farmers grow, often genetically modified crops. This control extends to the very DNA of the plants, altering the agricultural landscape. Next, we've got the meat-packing behemoths like Tyson Foods and JBS dominating the meat industry. They influence everything from animal breeding to the conditions in which they are raised. From farm to processing plant, they call the shots on how animals are raised and processed. This often leads to questionable practices in the name of efficiency and profit. And let's not forget the supermarket giants like Walmart and Amazon, dictating what products make it to shelves and influencing prices. They have the power to make or break food brands. These companies, along with a handful of others, form a tight-knit circle controlling the food chain from farm to fork. Their decisions impact every step of the supply chain. They decide what we eat, how much it costs, and often how it's produced. This level of control affects our daily lives in more ways than we realize. Spoiler alert, it's rarely in our best interest. The monopolistic grip these companies have can lead to higher prices and fewer choices for consumers. Let's talk chicken. You know, that versatile protein found in everything from nuggets to salads. Seems like a simple enough product, right? Wrong. 4 companies control around 60% of the chicken market. That's right, just 4. They control the supply chain, keeping farmers trapped in unfair contracts and often dictating the price they receive for their birds. But it's not just chicken. This pattern repeats across the food industry. 4 companies control 85% of the soybean market, 80% of beef packing, and over 60% of the pork industry. This lack of competition stifles innovation, drives up prices, and leaves consumers with fewer choices and often lower quality products. Remember that variety you felt in the supermarket aisle? Yeah, not so much. Section 4, the price of power. Corruption in the food chain. With great power comes, well, you know the rest. These food giants, flush with cash and influence, have a history of using their position to manipulate the system in their favor. Lobbying efforts ensure regulations are favorable to them, not us, while campaign contributions keep certain politicians firmly in their pockets. This cozy relationship between corporations and government agencies often comes at the expense of public health and environmental sustainability. Lax regulations on pesticide use, factory farm conditions, and food labeling requirements benefit the bottom line, not the well-being of people or the planet. Remember, folks, when corporations whisper, governments sometimes listen. And it's usually us left footing the bill. Section 5, Your Plate, Their Rules. Impacts on everyday Americans. So, what does this all mean for the average American? How does it affect your daily life and the choices you make every day? Well, for starters, it means less choice and higher prices at the grocery store. The cost of everyday essentials is rising, making it harder for families to make ends meet. It means potentially lower quality food, often pumped full of sugar, salt, and unhealthy additives to mask the lack of real ingredients. This can have long-term health impacts. It means supporting a system that often exploits farmers and workers while prioritizing profit over ethical and sustainable practices. But there's more to consider. This concentration of power also limits access to fresh, healthy food in many communities, particularly low-income neighborhoods often dominated by fast food chains and convenience stores. This creates food deserts. This lack of access contributes to health disparities and exacerbates existing inequalities. Poor diet is linked to chronic diseases like obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. In a country as wealthy as ours, everyone deserves access to nutritious, affordable food. It's a fundamental right that should be available to all, regardless of income or location. Section 6. Breaking the Illusion. Seeds of Change. The good news? We don't have to settle for this broken system. Awareness is the first step. By understanding how this rigged game works, we can start making more informed choices, supporting local farmers markets, choosing sustainably sourced products, and demanding greater transparency from food corporations are all steps in the right direction. We need to hold these companies accountable for their practices and demand better from our elected officials. Let's push for stronger regulations, fairer market practices, and a food system that prioritizes the health of people and the planet over corporate profits. Remember, the power ultimately lies with us, the consumers. Let's use it wisely. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more insightful content. Together, we can make a difference. If you haven't already, make sure to check out part 2 of this small series titled Exposing Food Industry Giants, the Hidden Cost of Cheap Cheats and Eats. Now, Watcher, we've come to the end of our video. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, and share. Let's close with a quick pause. Oh, great Spirit of Truth, guide us in each choice to make a healthier and holier decision in what we consume, mind, body, and soul. May you always be our first and last thought. Lord Jesus, come quickly and save us from all this perversity that we can see.